The following podcast is dedicated to sonic excellence.
Mary had a little man.
Fun with sound.
Donk. Hello and welcome to the Parp Donk Podcast, a beginner's guide to sound design. Come on, let's have some fun.
Episode 4, Head Bonk. Voice recording.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Thank you, Pippin.
Welcome back to Parp Donk, everybody. This is episode 4,
Voice recording.
and I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jim.
And that's Pippin. And I'm John.
And today we're going to talk about voice recording.
Yeah, last time we talked a lot about the voiceover job, basically, and a lot of things that pertain to it. But now we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of how to record a voiceover properly.
So what are the things you need to do to record a proper voiceover?
A room.
A room would help, right?
First you need a room.
A voice might be good too.
A voice might be good, too.
I guess
Yeah.
that's
A
the
voice
very
in a
first
room.
thing is a voice.
Yeah. So first you have to be born. And then
Right,
grow up.
your parents have to meet each other.
Yeah.
You have to be born.
Let's go back.
But yes, it's very, very important to remember that before you start recording at all, you have to pick a space that's conducive to recording. And that's a mistake that a lot of beginners make, is that they decide to record in their basement, for example, and they don't realize that their basement is full of machines like washers and dryers and
Air conditioning.
And the
HVAC. yeah.
boiler.
Yep.
Right. And that will all create background noise that is terrible for recording.
Yeah.
And then it's your job to get rid of that when the client says,
What is that sound in there? I don't want that.
There you go.
exactly.
So in order to completely
Minimize
or completely eliminate all of that, what are some examples of rooms that don't have that?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'll ever completely eliminate it, so you want to look for a good low noise floor.
Yes.
Right, John? Oh, John, can you explain noise floor? perhaps?
Noise floor is the floor of noise. No, it's the noise floor is the ratio of the signal to the noise, the room sound of any room. Every room has a sound to it. And that's just because it has air in it. And
Yep.
the air has molecules, and molecules carry sound.
So it's pretty simple. The higher the noise floor, the
Harder it is to get the signal to
the
separate
noise-
from the noise floor, which is the signal to noise ratio.
So we must choose a room that is extremely quiet. If you want to record at home, choose the quietest room in your house. Go from room to room and decide which one has the least amount of exposure to the outdoors. If you live in a place where there's a lot of traffic going by, or if you live in a place where there's no traffic going by and you hear a lot of bird song, you want to stay away from that window.
right. And so if you can't find the exactly perfect acoustic space, then there are treatments you can do to help alleviate some of the reflections and unwanted sounds. But this is like many things in sound, this is a rabbit hole you could fall into and spend tons of money and maybe not
Right.
have a huge difference in the end. So you need to, if you have blankets, if you have things around the house that you don't have to spend money on first, I would say start there. So what else can you do, John? What about those?
Oh, the Oculus, the Oculus Eye.
Yeah.
Or one of those filters,
The
those
reflector,
shields.
the sound
yeah,
reflector.
The SE, I think is the company.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yeah, actually, Aston has the Halo.
Okay.
These are the names that and what it is it's a kind of a foam shield that you surround the microphone with.
Right.
And you can remember that what you're blocking out is what's behind the shield.
Right.
So
Exactly.
if you have a good cardioid microphone, it should be able to do that on its own, But by surrounding yourself with this shield, this foam, you're kind of tightening the voice and getting more direct sound into the microphone.
Right.
I've seen ones where you can put your whole head inside it,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, so like a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So cardioid, what's that, John?
All mics have polar patterns. The most common is cardioid. Cardioid is a heart shape. It's so from the back of the microphone, imagine that there's no sound able to get to the microphone. And as you come around the sides of the microphone, you start to get more and more of a pickup pattern until right in front of the microphone, you're getting the most direct signal.
Right.
So if you draw a chart of that, it looks like a heart.
Right.
Or some people might say it looks like a butt. But
I say hard.
I certainly wouldn't say that.
Well,
well, you're not talking into the butt. You're talking at the butt. But
so I think if it's an intimate miking thing like this, the shield would be helpful. But if you're going to be loud,
yeah, you want some reflection. To me, it always sounds like you're talking in a box.
right?
When you use one of those shields.
Well, like you were saying, you want some life to it. As
Yeah,
well, too.
yeah.
But you can add room simulation.
Yeah,
later.
like let's be quiet for a second and just listen to the room here.
Oh.
That's your noise floor.
So I can
Yeah,
hear. I can hear
there it
my.
is.
I have really nice hard drives, and I have shitty ones. You know? And you can hear the shitty ones because they make noise. And
Yeah, they hum a
they're-
little bit.
They're not solid state.
Fans and
Yeah, those are the fans on there. So, but usually, again, good signal to noise ratio. I don't really have a problem if I'm recording right next to that. Also, because that is a constant, it's easier to remove.
That's true. Yes.
So,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
today's advanced.
It's not like if somebody had a leaf blower outside and it was going like.
Yeah. Or if the frequencies are right in the voice spectrum,
Yeah,
which
or-
I'm sure
or-
some of those are, but they're low enough. So,
or traffic.
yeah,
Traffic is a problem I had in my studio in Brooklyn
yeah,
because Brooklyn has traffic.
right.
So the way I got rid of a good amount of it is actually a friend of mine and I, we double glassed
Yeah.
the window. It's amazing how much sound we've managed to get rid of. When I stand in my room, it sounds an awful lot like this room,
Oh, good.
except without the fans.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Of
course.
So in the studios on 45th Street at Clack and Hothead, we had pretty good isolated rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were built that way.
Yeah.
But even still, that was on 45th Street, and 45th and 46th Street were the staging areas for the St. Patrick's Day parade every year.
Right.
And so these guys would line up
Yes, the day of the bagpipes.
the day of the puke and beer at 6 o'clock in the morning when you walk down and we'd record on those days, and an announcer would be in the booth like, I hear bagpipes. Do you hear that?
Nope.
Nope, I don't
Nope.
hear that. No, I hear it. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, you don't. Just keep reading because it's embarrassing to the client.
Yeah.
Why am I paying this money if
Yeah, right.
So,
And meanwhile out there.
it takes you back to the old country.
Whose stomach was
I
that?
don't know.
It
John?
was mine. Yeah.
John, you're messing up the noise floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
Oh.
I was just about to ask you, Jim, what is your noise floor typically? Like how quiet is it?
What you hear right now.
And,
Which is really-
and that's how many decibels?
Yeah, my noise floor is around minus 63. But don't get hung up on that. Sometimes I work with voiceover guys and you want a noise floor check? No, I'm good.
Just read.
Just read, will you?
Yeah. But I think that is
He's like,
because
do you want me to give you a
those,
noise floor check? I'm like, no.
those VO courses make it, like they really hammer home that point that the noise floor,
Minus 60, huh?
yeah, it has to be minus 60.
Minus 60 is a good one,
Yeah.
actually.
Minus 60 is mine, actually.
And I mean, I was like, yeah, that's the right answer.
Mine's minus 72.
Oh,
Oh, look at you.
really?
No. Mine
You
is.
do it enough, you know.
Yeah.
Right. yeah, no, you can listen to it and hear.
I'm like, nope, can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, right, exactly. So now that we have a perfect room that's
Yes.
treated and the noise floor is minus 60 or below, we need to pick a microphone
right,
that's in our budget and that also sounds amazing.
which would be the next step. So,
So we talked about cardioid mics.
yeah, we can talk about pattern. I mean, for voice, it's going to be cardioid or
Cardioid, yeah.
hypercardioid, right? So,
Or every once in a while, you might use a figure of 8.
I was going to talk about mic rejection, right, with cardioid. So if I'm up on the mic, I'm right in front of the mic now. But if I start
Yes.
coming around the side, come on. You
He's
see
out
how
of the sweet spot.
see how I just go away, kind of,
Yeah.
and now I come back around, and so mic placement, mic proximity is also super important.
Yes.
You know,
So if you're listening to my voice now, And as I move toward the microphone, you'll see that I start to sound more like the DJ on the radio.
Right.
And as I move back from the microphone, it's going to start to sound like just me
Right.
again sitting in a room, right?
Well,
And that's
actually,
called
you sound like the morning DJ when you're far from the mic, and then you sound like the late night DJ as you get
close
closer.
to the mic. And that's called the proximity effect.
Right. Which is very important.
Yes.
I'm counting down the big 50 with you at 3:15 a.m. on the Jim Show.
On the Jim Show.
But also, if you're yelling, you want to be a little further away.
Right. If you're doing a special
Yeah.
effect where you're yelling. Yep.
And you'll see VOs who are very practiced at it automatically lean back when they're
totally.
about to yell. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, from episode 3, being a good voiceover, being able to control that.
Yeah. So it is a good idea to have a pop filter.
Right.
It's probably compulsory to have one.
Yeah. If you're doing voice, yes. And $50, maybe less, you can get a good pop filter.
Pop filter. Oh, yeah.
And so right now I'm on a pop filter, and I'm popping PPP. Let me take it down. PPP. That's a
big one.
Big difference. PP and down. PP. Ooh.
Pippin?
Let's edit together just Jim saying PP over and over.
Yeah, and then play it
No,
for Pippin.
don't do that.
Some pop filters actually have 2 layers. A pop filter, the way you used to make a pop filter back in the day, is you would take a clothes hanger and you would make a circle out of it, and then you would take nylon stockings.
Yeah, stockings.
And you would stretch them across the clothes hanger.
I got my first marriage. I got divorced because I used up all her stockings, and she got upset because I was making pop filters in the basement. No, I'm only married once to the most wonderful woman in the world.
Oh, poor.
And now, a word from Parpdonk.
If you or a loved one is suffering from Parpdonk addiction, know that there is a light at the end of the Parp tube.
Parp-donk. Gotta get more Parp-donk.
Call the Parpdonk Prevention Hotline, where a trained counselor is waiting to help you 24 hours a day.
Hello? I just can't get enough of the Parpdonk podcast. I think I have a problem.
Don't let Parpdonk control your life. Call now.
Thank you.
Your new tomorrow starts today. So we do have various mics here in the studio, and we're going to ask Karen to be our vocal talent today and demonstrate each of them.
So, the first microphone we have set up here is a Shure SM57. This microphone you can buy for like $100 at any music store. And it's a good all-around microphone, cardioid, dynamic.
So this is probably the best-selling microphone ever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, live bands love this microphone.
It's been around since
And it's
60s,
yeah.
late 50s, or at least I don't know.
I mean, yeah, 60s, man. Yeah, but it's hardy. The old joke in the music industry is you build the stage with the 57,
Yep.
and then when you're done hammering in all the nails, you set it up and then
Yep.
you use it for your microphone.
You can hammer nails with this, basically. And it has a pretty great response. Not as great as the condenser,
Right.
but it sounds great on guitar amps.
Yep.
Acoustic guitar.
Yep.
Voice. It's really, for $100, if you don't have a mic,
This is where you start.
this is where you start. And we have the lovely Karen Winkwonk Martin here, too.
Oh, poor cat.
Hi, guys.
All right, so this is the SM57.
Parpdonk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Sounds good, right?
Sounds
I mean,
good, yeah.
there's not a lot of bottom, but
Right.
the
No,
mid-range is really
The mid-range is what it's all about.
Yeah,
Right?
really nice.
But the mid-range is where we hear.
Yeah.
That's where the ear loves to hear.
Next, we have up the WA19, which is another dynamic mic. This one's based off the AKG D19, which is a famous mic from the Beatles. Actually, they used a lot for overheads and guitars and vocals. So this is probably a step up from the 57. 57 was $100. I think this one's $150, $175. So take it away, Karen.
Okay. Parpdonk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Do another one.
Do you know? Okay. Parpdonk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
good.
the high end's a little nicer on that one than 57, maybe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the 57 sounds fuller.
I think
To tell
so.
you the truth, yeah.
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 Okay, next we have the Sennheiser 416. This is a shotgun mic. So this mic is extremely directional.
And it's also a condenser mic.
And this is also our first condenser mic here. So meaning it has, it's powered. There's 48 volts going through the capsule.
Parp Dunk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
I mean, to me, that sounds
Better.
so
Yeah,
much
that
better
sounds
than
good.
the dynamic mics, you know?
It is, and it also reflects in the price.
Yep.
So your condensers will start in the 400 range.
These days.
Yeah, these days.
But that did sound much better. Mm-hmm. All right, we have another condenser microphone up. And this one is the AKG 414, another very famous mic. I used this mic a lot for a voice back in the day, before I had the Neumanns.
Parp Dunk is my favorite. It's the best podcast out there, and I love it.
That sounds like the best one yet, I have to say.
It's the best one yet so far.
Yeah.
Right, so this mic has 5 patterns. It's got a soft cardioid, a hypercardioid, a figure 8, and an omni.
Okay.
And what's cool about this mic is you can also switch between them. So you could have a combination. So if you're between figure 8 and hypercardioid, you can have both patterns. So it's kind of odd.
Oh, so it's like halfway between
Yeah. So it's kind of
one and the other? That's cool.
Yeah, so you can really experiment with these. So this now Karen's going to speak, and we're in figure 8. All right, we'll see. So now this mic will have equal presence in the front and the rear of the mic. So you can hear her voice, but you're also going to hear the room behind her.
Parp Dunk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Right, so you can really hear the room there.
That's great.
We can do Omni too. You want to try that? Let's try it.
Sure, why not?
You know what we should do is turn off the other mics and just have that one microphone on, and then we could all talk. And so you see what an Omni microphone actually does.
Yeah,
We'll just say we're sitting where we are, you know?
Okay.
Parp Dunk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
That sounds great, Karen.
That sounds awesome.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But see how it picks up everyone?
Yeah, we're all on mic, basically.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome, John. You're welcome.
All right, and up next we have the lavalier mic. You've seen like a newscast, and when they want to hide a mic, they put this, it's a very tiny mic, and they put it up under your tie or under your collar.
Yeah, you see them in an interview. So if you watch 60 Minutes.
Right, and this microphone is not, it's going to be more mid-range forward. It's not going to be as rich as the 414 or...
Because they're tiny.
They're tiny.
The diaphragms are very small.
Yeah. But the reason we're showing you this mic is sometimes you need this mic to match into something. With voice recording, sometimes it's not just recording a voice, sometimes it's patching in and fixing a voice that you have to deal with. So if you're on a 414 and you had to match into a lav, that's going to be tricky. But if you have a lav and you have the talent, you're already halfway there.
Let's hear the lavalier.
Karen?
Parp Dunk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
One more time.
Parp Dunk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
You can hear the difference between that
And the 414.
and the 414.
Oh, yes.
Right. And
At least I hope you can, yeah.
Yeah, if not, go to another podcast.
Go to another vocation.
Yeah.
If the talent moves a little bit, the clothing will rustle against the microphone, and you kind of get a...
Another problem with lavaliers is that they are, so there's no wire on, she has a wire from the mic to a transmitter pack. So she's mobile. So sometimes the talent can get up and go to the bathroom and leave the lavalier on. So sometimes the talent is in not the best place and says the wrong thing. So a lot of these modern lavaliers actually have a mute on the transmitter. And if you've done it enough for your talent, you're like, to turn it off.
Yeah, as soon as they leave the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like
A very famous actor one time, his wife was pregnant, and he was running off to the hospital. His wife was having the baby, and he had to go to the hospital, and apparently he was having an affair with his assistant. And so he said, look, I have to go to the hospital right now because she's having the baby, but I'll be back. Wait for me. Stay here and wait for me, and we'll go back to the hotel after. And the mic was on the whole time.
Wow.
Well,
And everyone in the crew was listening.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also a famous actor. He was in the trailer with a girl, and he was telling her how to please him, shall we say.
Oh, I know who this is about.
Yeah. That's a classic. That's
a classic.
Another lav problem.
Lav bloopers throughout the ages.
Yeah. So next up in our mic parade, we have a ribbon mic. And ribbon mics are a very old style of microphone, developed in the
40s?
I think before that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, back
And it
30s.
was the microphone for when you see Bing Crosby singing into a microphone. Those old RCA, those are ribbon mics, and they can be very warm, very present.
They were the voice microphone
Yeah.
before the condenser came along.
Yeah.
They would like the high-end voice microphone.
So this should sound warm and present.
Parp Donk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Man, that sounds great.
yeah,
Does sound
just,
great.
Just hold it a little bit farther away from you. Yeah.
Okay. Parp Donk is my favorite and the best podcast out there. I love it.
Yeah, so
There's a crispness.
Yeah,
to
it sounds-
the ribbon microphones have a real crisp quality to them, but they have a warmth to them
yeah, as well.
that the condensers just don't have.
But as someone starting out, this is probably a mic you want to acquire later.
Yeah.
When you get some jobs.
Some jobs, right? When you have some momentum, once you know what you're doing,
Right.
and you have the confidence to really
And
use a mic like
it's a little more specialized, but it does, it does what it does really well. It's
There's a couple of others too. The RE20, the Electro Voice RE20, and another great voice mic is the Shure SM7B.
We'd be remiss not to mention the Shure SM7B because that is the most popular mic for podcasting now.
Yep.
Everyone has that, and the SM57. That's the big brother of that. And they say you can take an SM57 for $100 and put on a special capsule, a foam capsule that I had there, because the capsule's the same on the 7B, and it becomes a 7B. So that's $400, I think.
Something like that.
7B, SM7B.
Yeah, I want to get one of those actually. We have one at school.
Yeah, they sound great.
Sounds great.
Yeah, they do sound great.
Oh, how about the 87? We didn't mention.
Oh, we
the
didn't even
87.
mention. Yeah.
I think
The
that
one-
deserves a mention, right?
The ones
'Cause
we're on, right?
Yeah, the Neumann U87 is kind of the voiceover mic. That's
Not just voiceover. It's so where the 57 is the most
used.
best-selling
Yeah.
mic, the 87 is the most professionally used mic. I think
Yeah.
throughout since the
Yeah, your
50s.
your first step into professionalism should be a Neumann.
But this is John and I are speaking on them right now.
Yeah.
So those Neumanns are 50 years old.
One is 71, 172,
Amazing.
and people like these,
Yep.
When I'm editing, I often remark to myself that John's mic sounds really good. So maybe his
His
one.
mic does not. You know what?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was going to switch him because I was like, I think that's the better one. I'm
Well,
like,
you need all the help you can get. So.
why is it beat on Jim all the time? Okay, so we do like a button then?
Yeah, just a button at the
A
end.
little button. John, button?
Button. Well, let's button this up. What do you say?
Yeah.
This is John,
And Jim.
And Amanda.
And Karen.
and we'll see you the next time on Parp Donk.
In our next episode, we'll dive into the exciting world of audio interfaces. Ooh.